Hello everybody to lesson 28 of JavaScript for Active Design course. In this lesson we will know something called debugger. What is debugger? We'll know it now. We'll know how to debug in JavaScript and how to open it with your browser. So first of all, let's imagine that we have here some text. So I will create here var x equal 10, and I will say here, for example, for var I equals 0 and I smaller than or equal to 10, then I plus plus. This code means the I equals 0. It starts from 0, and as long as 0 is smaller than 10 or the I is smaller than 10, loop. So it will print, for example, here, let's say it will print a value, and I will see here, for example, document, and let's print only the even numbers, and I will see here if I modulus 2 equal the rest, for example 2 modulus 2 is 0, the rest is equal to 0. So this if we have 2 modulus 2, what is the result? 0. So this number is even. If the number is even, print it over there. Let's see, document dot get element by id, then let's write the id here, header 2, then let's see dot, then inner html, and over here I will write, for example what I will write plus, then the element we have it here, which is the I. So every time he will count and concat that value with the value we have it previously. Else do nothing, print nothing. We could delete else because we will not need it. Great. If I save and refresh, it will print 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which they are all uneven numbers. Great. Now I need to debug these elements. How could we debug that elements and follow them step by step? It's easy. First of all, you should know what do we mean with debugging. Programming code might contain syntax errors or logical errors. Many of these errors are difficult to be catched. Often when programming code contains errors, nothing will happen. Sometimes some logical errors could not be noticed, and no one will know. For example, the count is increased, and it will not increase unless you add, for example, 2 number or 3 or a specific number. So there are no error message will show, and you will get no indications where to search for the errors. To fix this problem, it's easy. You just use the JavaScript debuggers. The debuggers is not easy, but fortunately all modern browsers have a built-in JavaScript debugger, like the Chrome, the Safari, the Opera, the JavaScript, the Firefox. These have the JavaScript debugger, which we'll know it now. So we have something called debugger. Let's go and see what we have here. I will click here F12. So here the first thing, which is inspector. Inspector means that help you to know what is the CSS and what is the HTML element over there, which is here H2, and the CSS is font size is 18 and color is blue. Great. And here's some another functions and another thing that he could help you. Second one, which is the console, means when you print something with the console.log function, it will help you to arrive to this place. Let's try it here. I will say, for example, here, instead of this, I will say the same thing, but with log. Let's save it, copy it, and come here, see console dot log, and here I write the element I need to print it, which is I. Semicolon, save it, and refresh. Look here, it prints 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. When you refresh, it prints them again. So this is what we mean with console. So this console could help you to detect what's the output of the system. Second one, which is the most important thing that we will talk about now, which is the debugger. Okay, so let's return, roll back these two steps. Great, save it and refresh here. Great. So here we have something called the debugger. The debugger this help you to control. I want to help you controlling or following the steps that you are performing. For example, I will add here, for example, the debugger word. We have a reserved word called debugger, so it's debugger. So every time he will go to the loop, he will enter and stop, and when he stop, he will see what we have there. So refresh. Now he's stopped. How could I know? Because we refreshed, okay, but there is nothing printed, and here it's paused. When I click this, it will print one and will pause again. So it went to this place, okay. So when I click that, you will round another time and go to the next element. When I click it again, it will continue working and goes back to the loop that we have there. And when he finish the debugger block, it will return to the loop and stop, as we have put the debugger inside the loop. Great. So I will say continue. Now it has been done. How you could say it's here, done. The sign this means the debugging is done. Great. So this is how to write the debugger. You could write, for example, debugger every way you want. For example, I will write it here before we go to the F, or before we go to the 4. Okay, so before the element starts. So let's refresh. Okay, so now before it starts and do anything, it stopped here. When I see go, it will go and it went to this place. When I see go again, it will go to that place. So let's get 10 here. Then the debugging is done. Great. So these things could help you to ensure what is the instructions that is happen in that place and how is it gonna do. So it could help you to know what is going there. Also, you could create here, for example, the breakpoints, for example, for animation, for color, for I don't know what. You could create whatever you want. Okay, great. Here we have pause on execution, which means if you have debugger, it will be paused. Okay, so this was about the debugging in JavaScript. The last thing is, how could we access this debugging? If you have a browser which is Firefox, it's easy. Open the browser. From the menu, select Web Developer or click F12. This one, F12, or from here you could choose the Web Developer, which is over here, and then click Debugger. Where is Web Console, for example, this Web Console, and you will arrive this place. Or you could see Web Developer and Debugger, which is this. And here you will see the code that we have it over here. When we refresh, it will go step by step. Great. So the debugger help you to follow and validate your code that you have there. If you are using Chrome, it's easy. Open the browser, and then from the menu select the More Tools, then Developer Tools, finally select the Console. Or you could click F12 too. For the Opera, you will open the browser. From the menu select the Developer, then from the Developer select Developer Tools, then select Console. The Safari too, you will go to Safari, References, Advanced in the main menu, then check Enable Show Developer Menu in Menu Bar, which is in your menu. Then when the new option Develop appears in the menu, choose Show Error Console. Okay, so this is how to deal with debugging in JavaScript with the browser, which is help you doing a lot of works. Instead of don't know what is the error, where is the error, you could follow your code and know where is the error. So thanks for listening and watching, and bye for now.